Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This quote by Seneca encapsulates the idea that luck is not merely a matter of chance, but rather the result of careful preparation aligning with the occurrence of an opportunity. Here's a breakdown of the quote. Preparation. This refers to the effort, planning, and readiness one undertakes in anticipation of potential opportunities. Preparation involves honing skills, acquiring knowledge, and developing a mindset conducive to recognizing and capitalizing on favorable circumstances. Opportunity. An opportunity represents a favorable situation or moment that presents itself, often unexpectedly. Opportunities can come in various forms, such as career advancements, personal relationships, or chances for growth and learning. When preparation and opportunity intersect, preparedness maximizes the potential of opportunity. By being prepared, individuals are better equipped to recognize and capitalize on opportunities when they arise. Preparation increases confidence, competence, and readiness to seize the moment. Luck is perceived. When preparedness meets opportunity, the outcome may be perceived as luck. What others might attribute solely to chance or fortune is in reality the result of diligent preparation meeting a timely opportunity. This quote emphasizes the proactive role individuals play in creating their own luck. Rather than passively waiting for luck to strike, Seneca suggests that true luck arises when individuals take deliberate actions to prepare themselves for potential opportunities, thereby increasing the likelihood of favorable outcomes. It underscores the importance of diligence, foresight, and seizing the moment to achieve success and fulfillment in life. This quote emphasizes the proactive role individuals play in creating their own luck. Rather than passively waiting for luck to strike, Seneca suggests that true luck arises when individuals take deliberate actions to prepare themselves for potential opportunities, thereby increasing the likelihood of favorable outcomes. It underscores the importance of diligence, foresight, and seizing the moment to achieve success and fulfillment in life. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca's quote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," speaks to the tendency of the human mind to create or amplify suffering through imagination and anticipation of future events. Here's a breakdown of its meaning. Imagination. Our minds have a powerful capacity to envision hypothetical scenarios, both positive and negative. When faced with uncertainty or fear, our imagination can run wild, conjuring up vivid and often exaggerated images of potential outcomes. Suffering. Seneca refers to the emotional distress, anxiety, and anguish that we experience as a result of our imagination. This suffering is not caused by actual events, but by our perception and anticipation of those events. Key points in understanding the quote, magnification of fear. Our minds often magnify potential threats or difficulties, making them seem much larger and more daunting than they may be in reality. This exaggeration of negative possibilities can lead to heightened anxiety and distress. Living in the future. When we dwell too much on imagined scenarios, we lose touch with the present moment and become consumed by worries about what might happen. This habit of living in the future detracts from our ability to fully engage with and appreciate the present. Reality versus imagination. Seneca suggests that the suffering we experience in reality is often less intense or prolonged than what we anticipate in our imagination. Actual events may not be as catastrophic or overwhelming as we fear them to be. The quote underscores the importance of mindfulness and perspective taking. By recognizing the tendency of our minds to exaggerate future difficulties, we can learn to challenge and reframe our anxious thoughts. Through practices such as mindfulness meditation, cognitive behavioral therapy, or simply cultivating awareness of our thought patterns, we can reduce unnecessary suffering and find greater peace and contentment in the present moment. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Seneca's quote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future," encapsulates a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, the importance of living mindfully and finding contentment in the present moment. Here's an explanation of its key points. True happiness. Seneca suggests that genuine happiness, or true contentment, is found not in constantly striving for future goals or possessions, but in fully embracing and appreciating the present moment. It's a state of being rather than a destination to be reached. Enjoying the present. The quote encourages us to immerse ourselves fully in the experiences, joys, and beauty of the present moment, rather than being preoccupied with regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. True happiness is found in savoring the richness of what is happening right now. Anxious dependence upon the future. Seneca highlights the detrimental effects of anxiously fixating on the future. When we become overly concerned with what might happen or obsessively pursue future goals as the source of our happiness, we rob ourselves of the joy and fulfillment available in the present. Key points in understanding the quote. Mindful living. Seneca advocates for a mindset of mindfulness, which involves being fully present and engaged with whatever is happening in the here and now. By cultivating mindfulness, we can break free from the cycle of worry and anticipation that often plagues us. Freedom from attachment. The quote suggests that true happiness arises when we release our attachment to external circumstances or outcomes. Instead of pinning our well-being on future achievements or possessions, we find liberation in accepting and appreciating the present moment as it is. Inner peace. Ultimately, Seneca's quote points to the idea that inner peace and contentment come from within, rather than from external sources. By letting go of anxious dependence on the future and embracing the present with gratitude and acceptance, we can experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy in our lives. This quote serves as a reminder to pause, breathe, and fully inhabit the present moment, finding happiness and contentment right where we are. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Seneca's quote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body," underscores the Stoic belief in the transformative power of adversity and challenges. Here's a breakdown of its meaning. Difficulties. Seneca refers to obstacles, hardships, and adversities that we encounter in life. These difficulties can take various forms, including setbacks, failures, disappointments, and personal struggles. Strengthen the mind. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, Seneca suggests that facing and overcoming difficulties can strengthen the mind. Adversity provides an opportunity for mental resilience and growth, challenging us to develop skills, coping mechanisms, and insights that enable us to navigate life's challenges more effectively. Labor does the body. Seneca draws a parallel between the process of physical labor, which involves exertion and effort, and the mental exertion required to overcome difficulties. Just as consistent physical labor leads to physical strength and endurance, confronting and surmounting obstacles can cultivate mental fortitude and endurance. Key points in understanding the quote. Resilience and growth. Seneca's quote highlights the idea that difficulties are not merely obstacles to be avoided or endured, but opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By confronting challenges head-on and persevering through adversity, we can cultivate resilience, perseverance, and inner strength. Learning and adaptation. Difficulties often necessitate creative problem-solving and adaptation. Seneca suggests that facing challenges prompts us to stretch our mental capacities, learn from our experiences, and develop new strategies for coping and thriving in the face of adversity. Embracing challenges. Rather than fearing or avoiding difficulties, Seneca encourages us to embrace them as integral parts of the human experience. By reframing our perspective on challenges and viewing them as opportunities for growth, we can approach life with greater courage, optimism, and resilience. Ultimately, Seneca's quote speaks to the Stoic belief in the transformative potential of adversity and the importance of embracing challenges as opportunities for mental strengthening and personal growth. It reminds us that difficulties, far from being setbacks, can serve as catalysts for realizing our full potential and cultivating greater inner resilience and wisdom. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca's quote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor," delves into the Stoic perspective on wealth and poverty, emphasizing that true poverty is not defined by a lack of material possessions, but rather by an insatiable desire for more. Here's a breakdown of its meaning. Too little. Seneca suggests that true poverty is not necessarily a state of lacking material wealth or possessions. Even someone with relatively few possessions can experience contentment and abundance if they do not desire more than what they have. Craves more. The essence of poverty, according to Seneca, lies in the constant craving for additional wealth or possessions. This insatiable desire creates a sense of lack and discontentment, regardless of one's actual material circumstances. Key points in understanding the quote. Wealth of the soul. Seneca implies that true wealth is not measured by external possessions, but by the richness of one's inner life, qualities such as contentment, gratitude, and inner peace. Regardless of material abundance, those who are constantly driven by desires for more are spiritually impoverished. The tyranny of desire. Seneca warns against the trap of endless desire, which can enslave individuals in a cycle of discontentment and perpetual striving. Craving more can lead to never-ending dissatisfaction, as there will always be something else to pursue, resulting in a sense of perpetual poverty. Cultivating contentment. The quote encourages a shift in perspective from external accumulation to internal fulfillment. By cultivating gratitude for what one has and embracing a mindset of sufficiency rather than scarcity, individuals can break free from the grip of desire and experience true abundance in their lives. In essence, Seneca's quote invites us to reconsider our notions of wealth and poverty, challenging the idea that material possessions alone determine one's richness or poverty. It reminds us that true wealth is found not in the accumulation of external goods, but in the cultivation of inner virtues and contentment with what we have.